Welcome back. We're out at the range today. We got something new, or maybe new to you. The muzzle loader I left at home. I have a leaf shaver globe front sight coming with inserts, and it has a integral bubble level. So hopefully that'll be here for next week, or next weekend's a canoe trip, but it'll be here before long. And next time out, we'll bring that out and see what it looks like. But today we have this 30-06, and I have a bunch of loads with different brass, and I'm mostly checking for pressure. So I don't know. I guess you'd call that a ladder test. Those are federal. I've got I got some military cases, and not going to shoot all these, but I have some pull down powder I got from this company here, and I can go into that. It was pulled out of they were pulled out of 30-06 loads with 180 grain bullets. These are 175 Sierra hollow point boat tail match cane. These are factory seconds. But the rifle today is this model 670 Winchester I have had for about almost 40 years, I guess. It's crazy when you say it that way, but I have a loophole extended eye relief scout scope on it, and the mounts or the bases, I should say, I made, and I called Loophole, and these are their QR rings, and I copied the mechanism for their lock. It has like a camming pin. It rotates, and I've taken a lot of deer and a bunch of other stuff with this rifle, coyotes, squirrels. Anyway, we'll get another close look here. It's a 2.5 power scope. I'll give you a view through the scope. It's not long range precision. It's really handy in the timber where I hunt. I've got usually about 10 seconds to ID the target, buck or doe, and find an opening, take a shot. So this scope really it really draws your eye, and that long eye relief is really forgiving. It's easy to carry it right here at the balance point, and it's just whether I'm up in the tree or down, I don't have to get this buttstock to my shoulder to get a sight picture. Well, that was all the I think the federal cases I have. Now I have some military cases, same charges, same increments. take a look at this again while it's cooling down. 670 is a push feed. It's like a field grade model 70 post 64. I think just in American walnut stock, shorter barrel. I think it's 22 inch, and I mean it's a decent gun. Not a target rifle for sure, but I've shot some good groups with it with a higher power scope. Like I say, I really like this configuration for hunting in the woods. I have an AR setup. It's the same way as well. Now I think I'm gonna call it today. The camera's getting wet and acting funny. Starts glitching out, doing weird stuff. But it's about what I expected. It's half grain increments, and they move up the target the hotter they get. I'll go back and look at them in order and see how they fell in. Okay, we're back at the house and we have a result. It's about well, the charges varied from 52.5 up to 56.5, and in half grain increments. And we have about a 1.7 MOA spread in windage, and the elevation differences are, just a different weight of powder. They tend to climb. You can see it there. You can see that 100, even 50, but that is what it is. I really wanted to do this. I wanted to shoot that rifle because I had that ammo and loaded up, and I got on to hunting with and shooting the black powder, and I kind of let all the other rifles sit idle for a while. So, and I wanted to give a plug to this company I got this pull down powder from. That's their logo up there. Combat Disabled Veterans Surplus, CDSV, and that's how I marked this this load in my notebook. But they have their products vary. They'll get some surplus and they'll pull it down like this, and so you get a deal on 8 pounds of powder rather than whatever a pound of 4350 is going for, or that's usually what I use in the 6. And I use that as my max, about 56.5. It's good enough. I never shoot this far when I'm hunting. I hunt in the woods, and you can see how that scope, I mean, it's fast, and it's really easy to. It's a really it's a really nice rifle to hunt with because it's easy to carry at the balance point. And let's see, come on here a little bit. You know, it's easy to carry right here. I don't risk fogging up or frosting my any of my lenses. It's far enough away from my breath. That's not going to happen. It's enough magnification to do to do any ID I have to do, and then it's quick. It's maybe not as quick as a red dot, but it's more precise, and it gives me a little magnification to see and make sure I'm not shooting a spike instead of a doe. We have antler point restrictions where we hunt, so we have to make sure. But anyway, I was worth going out in the rain just to see that. That trace is pretty cool. I kind of like that. And hopefully by hopefully this coming week, I'll have that sight. I'll mount it on the Thompson Center, and then next time I go out, we'll shoot that at 200. It has really nice. Looks like it has really nice, precise inserts, like the it's like this Lyman 17A, but it has a spirit level in here in the dovetail, and then it'll have more precise inserts than that. They've got some that are just like another peep. So you got a bunch of concentric circles, and I'm probably able to shoot this good with that setup. Anyway, I hope you had a good 4th weekend, and happy 250th. Thanks for stopping by.